My brother looking at me hella weird too. But that's to appease the crew, cause I'm hella drunk. I give a fuck about you. Give a fuck about you. Yo, please, y'all play. This is Simile, aka Eric, and yeah, my childhood, man. I don't know. It was tough moving from Kenya. I was born in Nairobi, Kenya, and if anybody knows, that's the capital, it's lower east, Eastern Africa. But I was born there, and I didn't migrate to New York till I was about like 12, 11. You know, what I'm saying, a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the transition was real hard. You know, coming from a rural area in Nairobi and coming all the way to, you know, metropolis madness in New York, you know. But I mean, it was cool though. There was a lot of Africans down that way too. So it was, you know, I mostly clicked up with them and foreigners that were out there. So, but yeah, I mean, the transition was real hard. I can remember when I touched down there, and then I came out this way a year later, and that was even more culture shock. Cause I mean, there was. Out here it was, I don't really know how to explain it, but it was a little bit different, you know. It was like there was a lot more mixture of, there was more a different kind of race out here, different kind of people out here. There was a lot of white folks. I didn't really mess around with white folks down in New York, but I mean, out here it was a little bit of more struggle, and I got kind of teased a little bit more when I was out here. But I mean it was hard at first. It was hard. Simile in the shed, Mr. Nice Lee, Mr. Nice Guy, Ultimate Ice-E. I hype me, sky high pricey, like J-Lo's right cheek, you see precisely. Now get drunk and hyphy, crump up my shit and beat up wifey. You like me, type G, complex as death. #1 mad fresh, sim sexiest, Black David Koresh. Bitch, you next. Then you, then me. SFP till infinity, nigga. Yeah, when I first started rapping, man, it was all about the fast cash, the fast women, and all of that, you know. And I noticed that, you know, it causes a lot of trouble. I got in a lot of trouble chasing that, you know, chasing that dream. And so as I got older, and I guess the career, if I had one, as I got older, you know, it just changed. My whole focus changed, and it was more about, you know, the material I was putting out there. And I started even thinking about, I mean, my little brother was listening to my shit, you know, and I started thinking about that. I had to put that in play, you know. So, I mean, I'm still slick with the tongue, but, you know, I'm more aware of the audience. I'm trying to, and what I'm trying to say to the audience, you know. And yeah, like at first I was just chasing it. Now I'm all about making good music, and really, I really like being supportive of whoever I'm working with, you know, and support their style. And I'm usually working with younger cats. I didn't see no momentum in the career till I started messing with this crew. It was the Force Fire Collective, and they had paved the way. You know, they really paved my way. It's because they knew what they were doing. It was older cats. And so, I mean, the highlight, man, was when I was just doing shows. I was rocking them, like, you know, we were doing shows. We hit the road. We went to Santa Cruz, you know what I'm saying? We did all these shows, and we opened up for you know, High Road. It was High Road. We opened up for those cats, and it was lovely, you know. And somehow, like a year later, our shit ended up on TV. You know, I was like with this chick, and we were just watching it, and it was crazy that I was on TV. So, I mean, that was the highlight. People don't like me, tight G, complex is death, #1 mad fresh, sim sexiest, Black David Koresh. Peace. Start drinking heavily, shit, man. Man, it felt just like yesterday, man, you know. But I was about 16, maybe. I was still in high school, yeah. It was probably like my junior year in high school, or sophomore year in high school. And that's when I first had my first drink. I didn't start drinking heavily till I was about a senior. But I mean, I always got down with drinking, you know. I remember we were like chilling in this car, and there was a bunch of us, and it was this chick, and, you know, I was kind of digging her. You know, and I found like by drinking and shit, you know, it was a lot easier to do what I needed to do to get who I needed to get, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it just continued from there, you know, and I loved it, and I still do, you know. I still love to drink, you know. That's why I need to do these meetings and go check them out and see what happens if I drink, you know.
That's just real love. When push come to shove, man, yo, my dick what? I give a fuck. We still hit one. We about to drop this shit right here. Fuck welfare. We got loot, man, ain't shit fair. When we drop it, man, fuck it. My whole cosmic, a fucking bitch with the 2 top lips. You suck dick.
Well, the drinking affected a lot. It affected a whole spectrum of my life, you know, from the music. Like I said at first, man, it started making me, I was like mean and shit, you know, I was feisty, always out nicely, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was like, it just really helped my storylines, you know, and it took a lot of emotions away, you know. I'm still very, very angry, and, you know, I don't know, I was just able to focus it and put it down and get it out, you know. But after a while, like I said, man, I couldn't write, you know. I was always getting arrested, you know. I had no time to write, and I was like, I just couldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? I was always fucked up, and you know, it affected a whole spectrum of shit, you know, with the fam, you know. Life really got drastic. My life has changed a lot since I stopped drinking. I've been sober for like 5 months now, 4.5 months, and you know, life has changed, you know. I find it much more happier, much more peace, and you know, and sometimes I still get to my old ways, but a lot of people remind me that, you know, there's a difference in me, you know, and sometimes I may not even see it. But I mean, life is good, you know, just living it one day at a time. Pardon the cliche, but you know, that's real. You know, just doing what I have to do. You know, I'm back in school. You know, I'm focused. You know, I've got some money. I got a fucking ATM card back. You know what I'm saying? And those are things that the average person doesn't really look at. You know.